There's some foam building up in there. See that? That's what I want. That lets me know that the yeast is healthy and well. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and stir it up again. I don't know how much bread this is going to make, but that's important. If you need to know, then you should follow a recipe and pay attention to all the measurements and stuff. I like to experiment with flavors and textures and ingredients. If it sounds good in my head when I'm thinking about it, then chances are I'm interested in trying it out. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to put this prune mash in here. I predict that it will give the bread a brown color, and it'll have a little bit of that prune flavor to it, which I like. After I get this all mashed up good and distributed all over, then I'll start adding my flour and get the gluten going. I already know that the oatmeal that I ground up, I already know that it's going to absorb a lot of the moisture, and probably, yeah, the almonds and the pumpkin seed, they're going to add a bit of dry texture to it all. So I'm just going to keep an eye on it while I'm mixing it up. Alright, I think I'll go ahead and add this oat flour that I just chopped up oats that I chopped up earlier. That'll add flavor and a few nutrients here and there. I like my bread to be grainy in texture, and I like earthy flavors, and I like it to be, I don't like it to be too tender. I like my bread to be a bit resistant to the bite. I want some toughness in my bread. That's me. I get more satisfaction eating it. All this stirring right in here is to get all that prune flavor, get all the flavors mixed up real good before you add too much flour to it. Just get the flavors all around you. You could put your blob of yogurt in there, I bet that would be good. I got a little lump. I think that's... Making bread from start to finish, about a 6-hour process. I mean, you're not standing there mixing the bowl for 6 hours. You do your mixing and let the dough rise and do a little more mixing, kneading, let it rise again. Baking. Oh, yeah. Do it on a day when you have other things to do. That's pumpkin seeds and almonds. Let's just put it all in there. Stir it up. Go slow at first or it'll all end up out on your counter. I'm going to have to divide this out, obviously, sooner or later. Let's get too much ingredients for this bowl, but that's okay. I've got more bowls. Let's get everything mixed around, well distributed before we add any more flour. And then we'll start adding more flour to hold it together. It starts looking like dough. Now it resembles a batter. Kind of a cake batter. Maybe there's an idea in there somewhere. Now, I'm not putting, this bread won't have any preservative in it other than what's already in the ingredients, so I have to keep it in the refrigerator so it doesn't spoil. That's kind of the bad news about making homemade bread, especially if you make a lot of it like I do. I make a lot in one batch. Sometimes I share it with the folks at work. A lot of times I get I put so much work into it and ingredients I get a little stingy and I don't want to share it. I'm gonna taste this batter. Just yeah. What I'm tasting for is that salt. If you don't put enough salt in it, you don't want too much salt and you don't want too little, but everything seems to be okay. It's cake. I mean, it's bread, not cake. You want to not too sweet, and you want your flavors. Basically, my almonds and my prune and the salt. Oh, when you weren't looking, I put just a little, about a spoonful of sugar into the whole thing. There we go. Now we're at a point where we can start adding more flour. But I tell you what I'm going to do. Let me get another bowl. And we'll just split the mix in half. That looks about half, right? That look about right.